Hello, everyone. Me and my mom just finished watching Season 2, Episode 5 of Daryl Dixon, the Walking Dead spinoff series. Other very good episode. A lot of loose ends were tied up. Some are still unanswered. Daryl and Carol, they're driving the old couple's car. It breaks down after so many miles. They can't get it started again, so they just travel on foot. They're trying to find Farah and Laurent and that. They come across a warehouse full of survivors. And guess who's there? Laurent, Farah, and the old guy, and some other people. They made it there. And Jeanette, the guy that from season 1 was the bad guy that turned good, he's there. So he survived the massacre at the castle, the previous episode, with the fast walkers and that. He said, I saw something you guys won't like to hear. And they said, what's that? He said, now if Jeanette dead, her fathers, the remaining soldiers, have now formed an alliance with the remaining rebel people that believe in the prophecy of Laurent's blood that can make them immune to live along with the walkers. So he said, it looks like we've got a new faction to worry about. So Daryl and Carol decide, okay, we'll leave, go find Ash, make sure he's okay, get that plane going. And then we'll finish this off once and for all with these people. As they go, Daryl and Carol get to the hideout where the plane's at. And Carol says, whoa, hold on. Ash has set some booby traps. They make their way through. No Ash. He's not there. There are 2 people stuck on a trap. One guy said, we saw the plane fly overhead. We tried to take the plane. As you can see, we didn't make it very far, but Ash took off. So, that guy dies, so Daryl and Carol go looking for Ash. And they look for him and all that. Then it shows Ash. He's surrounded by 20-somewhat walkers, maybe more, banging on a car. He's stuck inside the vehicle. And he's just surrounded by walkers. Daryl and Carol decide to find the location of Ash. Daryl says, I may know of a place. I'm not welcome there now. They go to the club from season 1 where Laurent's father, Quinn, was like the owner of the club. And then he died when Jeanette turned him into a walker at the end of season 1. So now his lover, I forget her name, she's the new leader of the club, the bar. Women are dancing, people are brawling, guys, women are getting drunk, drinking. And she says, well, unfortunately, I have no information about you, but I do know about the plane. And Carol says, how do you know about the plane? She said, it's Paris, honey. A plane flies out nowheres and lands. We know a plane's here. Suddenly, Carol recognizes 2 fuel gas tanks from the plane hideout that was on the plane. She asks the woman that had them, where did you get these? The woman said, I found them at the army base that Jeanette was newsing. So Daryl and Carol head there. The army base is in just total ruins. Jeeps are upset. Soldiers are dead. Walkers are roaming around. Some are locked in cages where the doctor was experimenting on them. The doctor, I don't know what happened to him. And Daryl Carroll says, looks like when she died, this new faction showed up, and whoever didn't follow suit got destroyed. They see a car surrounded by walkers, and they realize somebody is alive in there. They fight their way through, they get in the car, Ash is there, and Carol says, you're gonna be okay, you look fine. And Daryl's like, he don't look fine at all. I laughed my ass off for that. My mom laughed too. Ash's like, who the hell are you? He says, I'm Daryl Dixon. He said, oh, you must be Carol's husband. Daryl's like, huh? And then Carol was like, we'll talk about that later. That was funny. So well, how are we going to get out of here? And then Daryl says, well, I got a plan that might 50-50 work. At the back of the car is an army crate. He smashes it open, and it's filled with those tranquilizer darts that the doctors used that makes those fast walkers that are super fast. But then some of them, when the walkers are injected or people injected with it, it don't make them super fast. They explode. So Daryl's like, well, it's a 50-50 shot. We are going to have fast son of bitches after us. Or we're going to have some explosions happening. He gets up on the sunroof, hits like 4 or 5 walkers with the tranquilizer darts. One turns super fast, and the other ones explode. And when they explode around the other walkers. Daryl, Carol, fin off, take out the fast walker. Then her and Ash make it back to the hideout where the plane's at. Carol stays behind. Daryl tells, like, Ash likes you. And Carol says, what do you mean? He's like, the way he's been looking at you, he's digging you. She says, oh, great. Daryl says, look, I'm going to go back to the warehouse and all that. First, I'll stop at the club, get some more gas. Then we'll get Laurent, the old guy, get the hell out of Paris. He goes back to the club. Laurent and Jarrett's there. And Daryl's like, what the hell are you guys doing here? Then it shows what happened at the warehouse. Laurent is telling Jeanette that, Jeanette. One was named Jeanette. One was named Jarrett. Sorry. Anyways, he's telling him that he felt bad for being bad all these years. He wants to make up for what he did wrong. He wants to be a good guy. He wants to right his wrongs. And the way he sees that is to get Laurent out of Paris to this Commonwealth Alexandria place, but he wants to ride along. Then the old guy froze there, and everybody's just, living peacefully. Suddenly, the rebel leader and the rest of Jeanette's soldiers show up. They hold people hostage. They demand to know where Laurent is. Froze like, I've had enough of this shit. He faces off against the rebel leader. That's awesome. Like, come on, old guy, whoop his ass. But instead, he tries to talk him out of fighting. He says, we have fought for years against Jeanette's rule. Now she's dead. We can live peacefully. But no, you gotta go after this prophecy crap. He says, what if Laurent's blood is not immune to the walker virus and all that, and we can't live on the walkers, and you drain him of his blood and he dies for no reason? The rebel leader says, well, he's just not the chosen one. We'll find the chosen one. Then he delivers a speech saying that walkers have roamed the earth for so long. We've been hiding. We're like, how you put it, like moles, groundhogs under the ground and stuff. It's about time we live along the wall again. And we can live along the walkers because we'll be immune. Our blood will make us immune to them. They won't be able to smell us, consider us a threat, stuff like that. Some of the people at the warehouse survivors start joining his side. Others don't. There's a standoff. And then he orders them, don't kill no one. Just go search for Laurent. And they can't find him. Then it goes back to the club. Daryl's all filled in on what happened. He says, we got to get rid of these guys once and for all. And then suddenly at the club, the rebel leader and them show up. Daryl, Laurent, Jarrett, and the club owner take off. And get into her main room where there's a hidden passage that leads to a bunch of tunnels underground. Daryl and them go through it while she distracts the rebel leader and that, trying to say, no, they weren't here. They never were here. But the rebel leader's second command that warned him saw Daryl and them hidden upstairs. So the lie ain't going to work. They find the entrance to the tunnels. And as they're going through the tunnels, Daryl and Gerard ambush them, takes them out one by one. And the only ones left are the rebel leader and his second in command. Daryl fights the rebel leader, mace, bow staff fight. That was a cool fight scene. Daryl got a few good shots in. The rebel leader got a few shots in with the bow staff. Daryl smoked him once with the mace. And the guy with the wooden staff, the rebel leader, tripped him with the staff. Went to finish off Daryl. Daryl smacked him. And then took out the rebel leader. The rebel leader's dead. He's no longer a threat. Then it shows the fight scene between Jarrett and the lady. She whoops his ass until he grabs her and just throws her against the wall and thinks that killed her. But it didn't kill her. She survived. She got out of the tunnels. So there's still that loose end to tie up. Then the episode ends with Daryl thanking Jeanette for saving the rod again. He said, look, I know the plane can't hold many people, but maybe it can hold you as well. You should leave Paris, go to Alexander the Commonwealth. And he's like, well, I wanted to, but a part of me wants to stay, he said, to fix the mistakes I did with Gerard. So he's saying now he wants to take over and be a good leader instead of being a second evil and command person. Daryl says, you know what, I respect that. And then him and Raw head to the airplane hideout. Carol, at this point, was talking to Ash. And she told him about the lie about looking for her husband, Sophia. She says, my husband, Sophia, died by walkers years ago. I lied to get you to come here to look for Daryl. Ash is pissed. He is totally pissed off. He didn't like being lied to all this time. He started smashing stuff with a wrench. He says, maybe I should destroy the plane. We're stuck here. How will you like that? Carol says, don't do that. Then Daryl and the Rock show up as like Carol and Ash are arguing. And Ash says, like, you know, I've developed feelings for you. You lied to me. Carol says, I'm sorry. He says, you're not sorry. He says, but you know what? 4 of us ain't going on this damn plane. So Paris, we got a problem. And he stormed off. So in other words, he's saying, he'll take Daryl the Rock, but Carol ain't going. He's leaving her ass behind. Or he's saying that the plane isn't built for 4 people. Which now I kind of think of it, it has to be built for 4 people. Why else would they go to Paris to look for her husband and Sophia when, you know, the lies she said there. So in other words, Carol ain't allowed on that plane. That's how the episode ends. Next week is the season 2 finale. So there is going to be a season 3 of this spinoff series. It shows Carol talking to Ash. He's basically telling her out front, you're not going on the plane. Then it shows that Rebel Leader second in command showing up with the other remaining people. They must left. From the looks of things, like, they many people left. Between the soldiers and the refugee rebels. So, then it looks like it shows a fight scene. I hope the old guy makes it. I want to see the old guy get on that plane. But it can only hold 4 people. You know what? The old guy can hang on the ring of the plane. You know? Just hang on tight and just don't lose grip. Or, you know, strap them on the top of the plane. Let them, you know, there's room for a 5th person. Jeez. I think something's going to happen because it showed a clip where Carol says, I'll stay behind. So you can go back because she says, Judith and them miss you. And Daryl says, we're not leaving. Being separated again. So the main question is, who's going to get on the plane? Who isn't going to get on the plane? Is anybody going to get on the plane? Or is the plane going to get shot up in that from this attack it shows? And they had to find out a way to leave Paris. All the answers are going to be hopefully solved on next week's season 2 finale. I can't wait for it. And another thing I'm wondering about is hopefully they finally reveal who this mystery person was way back for season 1 that has trained the nuns, trained these rebel refugees to fight with the wooden staffs and stuff. Hopefully it's shown that it was Morgan Jones, because of him being able to, you know, fight with the wooden staff, or at least show who it is. If they don't give us that cliffhanger answer, I'm going to be ticked off. Because it's 2 seasons now, they keep mentioning it off and on. That's got to lead to something. It's got to lead to Morgan Jones showing up or something there in Paris, or finding out that he was the one. Stay safe, everybody. Toodles. We bye.